Welcome to this tutorial on Azure Resource Lock. In this video, we are going to see what resource locks are and how we can use them to prevent accidental deletion or modification of Azure resources. Resource lock are a feature in Azure that allow us to lock our Azure resources so that we can prevent accidental deletion or modification. Resource lock can be applied at different levels, including subscription, resource group, and individual resource level. It works along with RBAC, resource-based access control. So why we use resource locks? Resource locks can be useful in a number of scenarios, including preventing accidental deletion of critical resources. Or we can enforce compliance policy. We can prevent unauthorized modification, or we can prevent disruption of critical application. It might be possible that somebody has newly joined in our team and he is not aware of what are the critical applications which we have, or which resource group has this critical applications deployed. And this guy has access on resources as maybe contributor or maybe owner or maybe different type of access. If he is doing something by accidentally, these resources can be modified, some settings can be changed, or some resources can be deleted. That's where we put the locks to safeguard this one. Generally, we should have best practices to lock our production resource group for any modification or deletion. It also enhances your security because suppose some service principal secret or other access secrets got exposed, and then some application is trying to randomly delete your files or storage or any resources, then this will also help to prevent that. Let's see about type of resource locks. There are two types of resource locks in Azure. Cannot delete. This locks prevents deletion of resources but allow other modification. You can't delete, but you can modify different settings and other things. Read-only lock. This lock prevents both deletion and modification to the resources. Resource lock inheritance. Let's see how the resource lock inheritance works in Azure. If a lock is applied at a subscription level, it will apply to all resources within subscription. If a lock is applied at a resource group level, then it will apply to all resources within that resource group. If a lock is applied to individual resource label, it will only apply to that specific resource. Resource lock inheritance allow us to apply locks at a higher level of Azure hierarchy or have them applied to all resources within that scope. It can happen that we are managing our production resources in a separate subscription and we can put lock at the subscription level. Or in a same subscription, if there are multiple RGs for production related component, then we can also apply that locks inside that RG. Rest RG can have the different policies associated with that. Resource locks can be applied through the Azure Portal, CLI, PowerShell, SDKs. Let's see how we can apply a resource lock using Azure Portal. So for this demo, I'm in Azure Portal and I have one subscription and various resource group inside that subscription. Suppose one of the team member joined this one and he has similar access on this subscription, and this subscription contains some of the resources which is very critical for any demo or any production or anything related to that one. Suppose this is that resource and there is a function app which is supposed to be there and it is critical one. By mistake he goes ahead and suppose changes or deletes this runtime version, right? And he can save that one. So this is going to update web config, but this is going to bring this function app down. And that's where we can, if we want to apply any locks, and suppose I want to apply that lock on subscription level, then I can go ahead and provide this lock using resource lock, which is under settings. And I can go ahead and say that, hey, I want to add one resource lock, and I can say that any name, whatever I want to put, critical sub or anything, or we can put the node so that it can come. And I want to put that read only. I do not want to modify any settings, right? So that's where I can go ahead and put that one. Suppose I can go and try to update for this function app. I want to apply anything, any setting I want to say. Suppose I want to do that tags only, right? I want to put any tags and I want to save that one. Then also it will not work because it will say that resource function app demo is coming in that scope log. So we have applied on side that one. Let's suppose I want to delete this function app somehow, right? I can go ahead and say that delete, and I want to put the name over there. And because we have read only the fail to delete app, because this provides that delete operation is not provided, logs are there, right? So we can go ahead and try to see that logs, and if logs are there applied, we can go ahead and top level itself say that hey, this is that log is applied, but scope is between the subscription label. And if we go inside subscription label, then we can either delete that one, we can say that hey, let's delete that one, and then once our task is done, I can go ahead and apply that one. So let's see. Yeah, so I can go ahead and edit, delete whatever I wanted to do, I can do. Now suppose I want to apply one delete one. So people cannot delete anything, but they can modify that. So I can go ahead and I can go back to our function app, and I can go and I wanted to add like tags, right? I wanted to add tags. Now I can go ahead and say anything that I want to apply this tag, and this tag will be, now I can go ahead and apply. So this change I can do. If I go to configuration tab also, I can try to go and try to edit anything. Let's me see that, and I can save that. Now it is updated. So let me go ahead and try to delete one more time this one, because we have that resource group, we have that log for deletion. So I can go ahead and say that this resource has a delete log that prevents us to deletion. So that also we can see, right, that we cannot delete that one. Now suppose I do not want it to apply inside our subscription, I wanted to provide this logs inside any resource or anything, I can go ahead and delete that, and I can go ahead and apply on resource group label. Or suppose I want to go and provide the resource log, this is my critical resource, so I can go ahead and say that okay, I want to provide that resource log here. So I wanted to provide only read only, so I'm going to do that. Now if I go ahead and inside different resources where we were playing, and I can go ahead and, because that resource group is locked now, so here will be, if you go and see that there is no lock right now inside that one. But if we go to different one where we applied that, and if we go inside this one and try to delete anything, like we have given that no, don't delete, then we can say that delete. Then let's see, this is failed, it cannot delete right now. If I wanted to see any other things like this lake or any other details, this is right now not deleted because this has logs delete. And also if I wanted to go inside this one, then if I wanted to delete this function app, then I can go ahead and delete this function app. So let me see that it is going to delete that one. So this is how logs works. And if we apply the logs on subscription label, resource group label, and individual resources, this is how it looks like. So this is what I wanted to share in this video. Hopefully you will like this. Thank you.